Hey, what's up, y'all? Mr. Commentator here, back with another video. And today we're returning to my old style of videos where there's gameplay and I just commentate on something. Because the equipment is redone, the setup is redone, and the big events from a few weeks ago are all transpired now, they're all done. So now I have more time to actually record some good gameplay and then, obviously have time to edit it. Not that it takes too much effort, but I'm gonna just keep it real. But yeah. So today I want to talk about smart money concepts and the ICT traders, the inner circle. I can't even say it without laughing because it's become such a big joke. And like I don't even know where to begin with this because it's so like it just makes me want to cry that I have to talk about something like this. And I want to take this time to acknowledge both sides. Yeah, I've made money with smart money concepts when I was maybe like 2 months into my options buying journey, when I would actively look for trades to take every day to make money. And yeah, I used it. It didn't work out for me that well, maybe because I was using the SMC concepts indicator by Luxalgo. But needless to say, it didn't work out for me. So, I kind of just abandoned it. Like every other new trader, you use a strategy for a few days, and if it doesn't work out, you're on to the next. And that is exactly what I did. I never stuck with it. And this was also before, I found out about how you could sell options like vertical spreads. So, I am very biased towards selling options rather than buying them. But it's safe to say that I have experience on both sides of the spectrum or the coin or whatever. But today I want to talk about the TikTok finance gurus, most notably TJR. I'm not shaming him or nothing. I'm not attacking him. Like he probably knows way more than I do about like finance because I'm like literally a third of his age. Maybe not a third. Maybe like no. Maybe I'm like maybe 3/4 of his age, yeah. But I want to talk about how everyone on TikTok has now started to preach smart money concepts and how there's like this little rivalry going on between SMC and ICT traders. And I also want to take this time to point out I don't even know what the fuck ICT trading is, just because I don't care enough. Because when a strategy has become publicized enough, it stops working. All right, because if everyone starts using it and everyone has the same buy and like the entries and exit positions, then like it's too easy for the market makers and especially the fucking institutional traders and investment banks to just manipulate the fuck out of it. You need to snap out of this. All right, you like I can't speak for like people that have traded with SMC or ICT for like several years, right? This isn't about them. This is just about me bringing awareness to the fact that you just can't use SMC and ICT. You need to like have an arsenal of strategies that you could use to, buy and sell in any market. Because here's the thing, all right? TikTok is a very public platform. Millions of like billions of people can see any one post. So if let's say for this is a very minuscule number. This is like take this number that I'm about to say and like multiply it by 1,000. If 500 traders on TikTok, all with their own fucking private Discord server, start advertising, maybe not advertise, if they start showing trades how they won with SMC or ICT, yeah, and I don't know if institutional traders even have time to go on TikTok, but let's say they do and they see it. Now they know that there's like this huge group of people that think in the same way, that trade in the same way, that look at the charts and the patterns and the indicators the same way. So now the banks know, okay, these people are more likely to, place money here or place money here, and the banks will just find out how to make that their liquidity. I always see people on TikTok talking about liquidity sweeps And eventually, since they're all using the same strategy, they are going to be the liquidity. All right. And yeah, I'm gonna just keep it a blunt. I don't even know what ICT trading is. I don't even know how that shit works. I don't know. Like, I genuinely don't know. Maybe it has something to do with fair value gaps, but so does SMC. I don't even know the difference. But it's all the same. It's becoming publicized. You see me talking about my options trades, like when I show you the screener and I show you what I've sold, where I've sold, why I've sold it. I talk about every reason behind the trade, but I don't talk about my strategy. I don't necessarily, give the step-by-step instruction, because there's no step-by-step instruction. You can't just have like 4 alignments on a chart deciding your entry or exit. That's not how it works. All right. Like, it's like an avatar when they when they bond with the animal and then they start to fly. It's not like, it's a feeling. It's I don't know, maybe it's psychological, maybe it's not. So you just have to have the feeling. And I know that doesn't help at all. It probably helps retail traders more that there's a step-by-step playlist of instructions. But yeah, that's, when you're stupid, you don't know you're stupid. It just bothers everything and everyone around you when you're stupid. And the thing that's gonna bother them in this case is gonna be their time and money that they lose or that they donate to Wall Street. Yeah, I just wanted to talk about it because I was watching this one video from Anton Krill, maybe in February, or it might have been January end. It's on his ITPM YouTube channel. It's like 2 hours long, and I took notes on it, so I paid attention. And he talks about how you can't trust people that post their strategy online, because once something becomes big enough, it's not gonna work. And the same has been mentioned in like several books I've read, which is why I've learned to not talk about it. Yeah, I show it. If you go on my chart, you can see the indicators I use. I use an EMA with the smoothing line, and I use Bollinger Bands. Like, I don't even use volume, which I'm probably should. I'm like revamping my chart because I'm reading more books on technical analysis nowadays, now. But that's all I use, and you can clearly see from my EMAs that I use them to identify which way the market's gonna move, where the market is in terms of its momentum. So it's not like you could see the same information just using the candlesticks. But for me, since how do I say this? Since selling options requires capturing as much premium as possible within a margin of safety, I have to act quick, if that makes sense. Because every second, the option loses value. So I don't have time to just read candlesticks for like 30 minutes to gauge how the market is going. So that's why I use the EMAs, and then the Bollinger Bands. I use it when it helps, and I don't use it when it doesn't, because there's discrepancies everywhere. All right, you just can't trust indicators the same way you just can't trust smart money concepts, supply and demand zones. All right, because think about this: if you have a supply zone on a graph, demand zone. So let's say the price is falling to the demand zone. All right, you have it mapped out. It's nearly entering the demand zone. The price action is becoming a little bit more volatile or choppy or whatever you need to convince yourself that it's going to be the way you want it to go. The banks now know about SMCs. They damn near invented the SMCs, and I get that SMCs aren't meant for you to trade like exactly like the banks. They're more meant to be like a guide for how banks trade. But tomorrow, if all the banks decided, oh, you know what, Tesla's a piece of crap, supply and demand zones are not going to matter. All right, and everyone's going to get caught in the liquidity. I might be caught in the liquidity, but I have like defined risk reward ratios, whereas other people, like, it's just, you feel me, like, that's not how it works. So yeah, back to that demand zone. If you see price approaching in demand zone, and you think, and you're gonna start, your buy orders at that level, listen, the banks know literally all the SMC traders are going to have their buy orders like right below the demand zone, or maybe a little bit above. And what are they gonna do? They are just gonna keep selling it. You are going to become their liquidity, which is why I'm trying to say, use these, learn from them, and if you make money, good for you. Because at the end of the day, like, I ain't no financial advisor, like, let's keep it real. But just be careful, right? Just know how it works. Because I guarantee you, if you watched the 2-hour podcast thing with Anton Krill, you will change your perspective on how stuff works. And like, don't even get me started on the Forex scammers. That might be a video that I make tomorrow or Friday. So just watch where you step with your money. Paper trade all you want, back test it. Like, bro, just do what you need to do, and just don't go blindly trusting all these TikTok gurus. I have come across like 8 or 9 TikTok pages, all with their own branding, and it's always like some name _ trades. Just know who you're watching and stay safe. It's kind of like raising a child. You want your like, if you give your child an iPad and it goes on YouTube, you want to know what it's watching and what it's doing. So just use that concept, take it and apply it, and yeah, safe trades, everyone. I think on Saturday I'll make a weekly recap. Although this week I haven't traded much because Monday I was in Vegas and the time zones were different, and the 4th of July was happening, so the markets were closed. And then, here we are on Wednesday, which is when I opened up trades. But since I've switched to mainly stocks now from ETFs on the selling options part, there's like, since there's only 2 days till expiration now, damn near, there just wasn't enough premium to go around on some stocks. So I ended up going all in on Tesla, selling options on Tesla. But I will recap that in a future video. And yeah, I'll catch you guys all later.